Alright, let's get one thing out of the way. Leafpool breaking the medicine cat code is Leafpool's fault. However, the way she is treated is absolutely ridiculous. First of all, she ran off with a mate. Why did nobody expect kits? Why did no one consider, hey, there might be a possibility she's pregnant because she ran off with a mate? No one thought of that? No? That was always on the table, and nobody even mentions it. I'm not surprised Leafpool doesn't say, guys, say hypothetically I do have kids, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I never planned on coming back here with these guys. How did nobody consider this? And actually, when it's revealed that she does have kids, no one even is like, well, I mean, guys, she ran off with a mate. So, no one, why not? Why is everyone so dumb? Genuinely. But now, let's just go through Leafpool's life, because we have to do that in these videos to pad out the runtime. This is a joke. Only legally, though. So, Leafpool, we don't really get much about her childhood other than she always wanted to be a medicine cat in a passing line from Squirrelpaw. When Leafpaw goes on the journey to the Lake Territories with the other clans, she ends up finding the Moon Pool, which is like the magical Star Clan object of the Lake Territories. She is then named Leafpool. Leafpool and Crowfeather end up doing a romance, which is not allowed because Leafpool is a medicine cat. So they end up doing a romance, and then they run away together, and they think, you know what, we're gonna stay here forever. Then Midnight says, nah, bitch, go back to your clan. Badgers are gonna go nom nom nom. So they go back to Thunder Clan / Wind Clan, respectively, and they never speak again. And nothing happens. Just kidding, Leafpool's pregnant. Oh no, who could have seen this coming? It's almost like when a she-cat and a tom are mates, they tend to sometimes have babies sometimes. Who would have thought? So Leafpool has to lie about being pregnant and says, oh, I just ate some prey. Yeah. No one believes this. And by no one, I mean everyone. I'd like to imagine that some of the queens are just like, we're just not gonna mention that. No, we're not going to. We're not gonna. Because, I don't think Daisy would ever bring... Actually, does Daisy even know it's a crime? I went over this in the past video. Apparently, Daisy's still with Smokey, sorry. I can never... Smokey and Smoke are now the same character. Even if they're completely different. That is how my brain is interpreting their names right now. Anyway, so Leafpool asks Squirrelflight if Squirrelflight can take the kits. Because Squirrelflight has a mate. Squirrelflight says no. And that was the end of... I'm just kidding once again. Squirrelflight gets pestered, told she's barren, which is a lie, until she finally accepts Leafpool's kits. By the way, Leafpool asks once. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's StarClan that does the rest of the pestering into Squirrelflight taking Leafpool's kits. Either way, she didn't ask countless freaking times. So anyway, they're Squirrelflight's kits now. Yay! Nothing else is relevant. We're skipping to when Leafpool is revealed to be their mother. Oh yeah, this happens because her daughter reveals it at a gathering after finding it out during a forest fire, for anyone that doesn't know. So anyways, moving on. And Leafpool is forced to no longer be a medicine cat. I don't think this is fair. At all. Okay, another thing. So technically she says, oh, I'll just be a warrior. I highly doubt StarClan would even let her be a medicine cat, considering later on, when Jayfeather is trying to get Leafpool to be a medicine cat, they tell him no. So while she wasn't technically forced, she probably would have been forced if she didn't offer to do it to begin with. Let's be real here, people. So she becomes a warrior, and still, not a single solitary creature ever considers, guys, this isn't okay. She had a mate. Anyways, 1 + 1 = 2. She-cat, Tom, mates could equal baby. No, nobody considers that. No one even cares. And actually, this is just how they act with medicine cats in general when it comes to them having a mate. Here's the thing. If a she-cat medicine cat ends up having kits, everyone knows. If a Tom medicine cat ends up having kits, which I don't think has even happened before, no one cares. I mean, Mudfur has kits, but he had them before becoming a medicine cat, so it doesn't really count. Not enough male medicine cats break the medicine cat code. Male code breaker medicine cats. That's what we need. That's what we need right now. I was going to talk about the complete lack of accountability Crowfeather has when it comes to these children. Like, he still ran away, abandoned his clan, but Wind Clan doesn't give a fuck beyond that. They don't care about these children that are also his. No, everyone's only mad at Leafpool because she's a medicine cat, which, yes, she does have more of an obligation to not break the code and have kits. But also, guys, it takes two to make the kits. Come on. Crowfeather has absolutely zero accountability to be taken. Yes, he did a lot less of the lying, but he's also just kind of a piece of shit in general, you know? You know, when you neglect your son, you should have repercussions for that. Child abuse needs repercussions. StarClan, please. StarClan, why is Pine Star in your clan? StarClan. Leafpool really, while she didn't do nothing wrong, she suffered so much for absolutely no reason. She had to be a warrior because the clans are stupid. They are just... Here's the thing. So, theoretically, maybe some cats were like, well, you know, she might be having kids, you know? Like, seriously. Here's the thing. StarClan was like, Leafpool, you have to give up these kids. You have to. You can't keep them even though this should be expected. Also, can I just say something? Medicine cats having to give up the ability to have mating kits is just dumb. Leafpool, she had kits, and guess what? She kind of raised those kits if you think about it. She was their aunt when they were growing up and didn't know that she was actually their mother. They were raised by their aunt. Truthfully, nothing really happened. Like, Leafpool still raised her kits as much as Squirrelflight, because Squirrelflight kind of left them in the nursery a lot. Which also, Squirrelflight, why are you doing that? Squirrelflight, I know you were kind of forced to have these children, but don't neglect them, please. Please, Squirrelflight? Thank you. It's not fair that Leafpool had to just give up her position. The way female medicine cats are treated for having kits in general is not okay. It's not fair. In conclusion, Warrior Cats has a problem with medicine cats having kits even after they run away with their mate, so the possibility of them having kits should be quite obvious. Thank you.